Hello everyone. Hello everyone. This is Suparna Deo from DIMSR, welcoming you all in today's session of Advanced Java, and today we are concentrating on Hibernate. As we know that Java is only revolved around the object. Everything in the Java is object based. Object is easily to connect the real world. Here the same thing has overcome, or the same thing has there are many loopholes when we are using the JDBC with the connectivity issues, and as the world is moving fast, everything has stored under the Google cloud. We want that the things or the connection or the transformation of data should be smoothly. So Hibernate was introduced by Gavinsky in 2001. Hibernate is Hibernate is a object or relational mapping tool in for the Java program, which is used for mapping the fields, for mapping the entities with the help of object with any domain of any database domain. Here, here this is an example. In an organization, the people are using MS SQL as a database. Now they thought that they have to change all the database of MS SQL to Oracle, or a vice versa. But it is very difficult to change all the coding of all the files in the database. But and it is a time consuming process. But this thing possible with the help of Hibernate. It only need a Hibernate configuration file while transforming the data. No need of changing any title field, any simple table. No need to change the rows, no need to change the column. Only we have to change, that is Hibernate configuration file in the data for the database. Now what is Hibernate? Hibernate is simplifies the development of Java application to interact with the database. It means Hibernate is a framework which provide some abstraction layer that use for programmer to implement various and establishing to implement and establishing the connection with the databases. It has again a open source. It is easily available since it is general license given for the people, so it is easily available in the it is easily available for download, and it is free of cost. It is lightweight. When we are talking about the lightweight, why Hibernate is considered as a lightweight? Because it is non-invasive frame, because it does not force the programmer to extend any class or to implement any interfaces. Thus Hibernate is a lightweight, it has a lightweight property. Hibernate is object relational mapping. To store the data in the database, we need to create the tables in the database, and these tables are also called as relational entity. If we want to store the object into the databases and directly without writing any SQL code, we need to map the class with the table, so that each object of the class can be mapped to each row in that particular table. This kind of mapping of the object with the entities of the table called as object relational mapping tool. It also helps to implement JPI, that is Java Persistent API. Java is a specification that contains the functionality and standards to the ORM tool. This Java X.persistent package contains JPA class and interfaces. Now we will just give a look to the architecture of Hibernate, why it makes so easy to connect or to change the databases. Hibernate architecture has two levels. One is high level view and another one is the first level view. The Hibernate in this in normal database, we have seen that application is connected with the object and it is directly connected with the any type of database with JDBC connectivity. Now in Hibernate we have this type of architecture: Java application, persistent object. Now there is an Hibernate framework. In first view we have seen that Hibernate framework is a combination of two files. One is mapping file and another one is configuration file. This mapping file and configuration file further divided into configuration, session factory, session, transaction, query and criteria, which is connected with JTI, JDBC, JNDI. Now these full frame, that is from Java application to this Hibernate framework, this we called as core object of Hibernate. And JTA, JDBC, JNDI, these all are internal API used by the internet. We will see the first one is, that is configuration. Configuration, it represents the configuration that required to use the Hibernate, which required to be the property file or the XML file. The configuration object is usually created once during the application initialization. Then whatever the modification we will do, no need of doing anything in that, it is automatically updated. The configuration object uses the configuration details from the configuration file to get connected with the database. The configuration object is used to create session factory. It used to create one session factory. Now when we are talking about the session factory, that means we also need the sessions. Now what is session? Session is a single thread short-lived object which act as a bridge between the Java application. This session is act as a bridge between the Java application and the Hibernate. Whereas session factory is used as a session object. It is a thread safe and immutable object which represents the mapping for a single database, and it holds the second level cache in the Hibernate, whereas session is mandatory hold the first level cache in this session. Now next one is transaction. Transaction object this insistence of the persistent classes which are not currently associated with any session. Persistent object, this one, they are associated with the session, and once the session is closed, they will be detached and free to attach any application layer. Next one is query. Here query object uses the native SQL or Hibernate query language to retrieve the data from the databases. A query instances is used to bind the query parameters such as number of results written by the query. The query instances is used to bind the query parameters such as number of instances which return the query. We can obtain the query object from the session using the session create query. Next one is criteria. The org.hibernate.criteria is used to retrieve the entities based on some criteria, like getting the specific field. For example, if we have a database of employees, in that we have different type of objects, different type of fields, like employee name, employee address, employee age, employee date of joining, and of course employee age and employee date of joining are varies from employee to employee. So here, if we want to access the data specifically by age and by date of joining, then we have to use org.hibernate.criteria. We have to create the session, we have to use this criteria from the session, and we can extract or we can easily retrieve the data from this. Now next, here the word is transaction factory. Now transaction factory instances, it is not exposed to the application and it's optimal Transaction is single threaded short lived object which is used by the application, and it is specify some atomic unit of work. We can obtain the transaction from session layer. The JDBC is a connector provider here. It is a pool of JDBC connector, and hence we use here as JDBC connector. In the same way, the session object provides an interface between the application and the data which is stored in the database. Transaction objects specify the atomic unit of work. It is optimal, and we can get this from org.hibernate. Transaction interface provides the method for transaction management. This transaction is used for using the methods for transaction management. Then connector provider, it is a factory of JDBC. It abstracts the application from driver managers or the data sources. It is an optional. Now there are different type of driver managers and data sources. What are the different type of driver manager? JTA. What is JTA? As everyone knows that JTA is Java a transaction API. JNDI is Java naming directory interface, and of course JDBC is Java database connectivity. It has open pool. We have n number of connectivity. We can use anything. Driver we can use to abstract the application from driver manager or data sources. It is an optional. Transaction factory. It is a factory of transaction which is again said as an optional. Thank you.